Hey guys, welcome back to Budget with a July Dreamer. Let me just bring you guys down a bit because I am on the floor in my living room. I have decided to film my February 2025 monthly reset video. I just made some tea here. It's called relaxing tea. I got it last year or the year before when I was in Dubai, and I don't drink it that often. It's filter tea, so yeah, let's do that. So I thought I come on here and do my February monthly reset, and I've said this already but I'm saying it again because we are 6 days left in January 2025. By the time you guys will be seeing this, I think will be like 3 days before the month end, but I will be traveling, so I figured let me pre-film. I mean, I always pre-film my resets anyway. So without further ado, let us begin with today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share everything personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving and investing, and recently I have started filming vlogs, sharing with you guys my life and having couch conversations, which I absolutely love for me. So let me take a sip first and then put the tea down. So right now I am watching a little bit of YouTube because I love to have something in the background as I plan, but because I'm filming I've had to mute the video. I have set up my desk, well, my kitchen living room table with the books that I want to cover in today's video, because we are going to cover books, then my two lovely planners that I use to help me navigate my life. So this one just says 2025 on the front, and then this one just says the big plans for the future. I love this. For me, I love these planners, and we're going to be using them to help me reset for the new month. Obviously I have already looked through and made decisions on what I want to accomplish in the new month, and then I do have my trusted laptop here because I will be sharing with you my budget template, and I will be sharing with you the budget that I have envisioned for February 2024. So let me put these down here. I do need some water because okay. So I think for today's reset I am going to start off with the goals. Now I am going to first look at the goals that I set for January just quickly, and then we'll move to talking about the goals for February. So for January I had 4 sets of goals. The first were financial, and with financial I said I wanted to save at least £500. At the time of filming this video, this has not happened yet. I have actually taken out like £300 from my emergency fund, so this, I'm not taking it yet until the month actually ends, but this one as of yet has not been accomplished. Pay taxes. Well, wasn't I ambitious? Like when I was writing this down back in December of 2024, I was like, yeah, I didn't think my tax bill will be as high as it is, but yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So we've not done this one, and this is essentially because, like I said, my tax bill is quite high, and yesterday I made a decision just to work with the government and just go on a repayment plan. I intend to pay off the full bill in March, but January and February personally for me are not the months that I should be forking out that amount of money that I owe the government, but it's a topic for another day. And then I say to start reinvesting, which I did switch everything back on end of December. So the investing I'm talking about is investing in my ISA, investing in my SIP, salary sacrifice at work, and all of that good jazz. So that has all restarted. And then I said to restart my 52-week savings challenge on Plum. I redid that. I did that as well on the 31st of December. So Plum is an app that helps you to save money, but they're also an investing platform now, and I have been using it since 2020. I absolutely love it and recommend it. And in the description of all my videos you can find a link where you get between 25 to 50 pounds. I think recently it was like 75 pounds if you sign up. So yeah, just let you know. You don't have to, but just let you know. So those were my financial goals. Of the 4 that I had, I accomplished 2, and the other 2, yeah. The second set was on lifestyle. So lifestyle, I said we wanted to try out a new Pilates studio in London because my best friends wanted to join me, and my really good friends. Me and my really good friend, we do Pilates every single month. We did it all of 2024, and the girls were like, you know, we also want to join. So I was like, okay, great, you guys can join. Unfortunately, the dates that we had in mind didn't work out for them, so me and my friend went back to our old studio and, you know, did that. So in a way, we accomplished the Pilates part, but not just trying out a new studio. We're gonna try that for February. Then we said to see Book of Mormon in theater. We did. It was a couple of days ago. Oh my gosh, you guys, honestly, mixed feelings. The acting was impeccable, like absolutely impeccable. Singing was great. The songs, I spent 90% of the time thinking, okay, so they continue perpetuating their rhetoric about Africa, which I did not appreciate. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can take a joke, but it was just like over the top in my opinion. And then there were times when I was feeling like I was like anti-God, in that I was just like, yeah, God, I'm just watching this, like, you know, I don't believe this, what they're saying. And I was just like, I felt like I needed to cleanse, like also go on a fast or something like that. But it was absolutely incredible though, like everything worked. The song choices and the perpetuation of Africa in a negative light didn't sit well with me, but otherwise it was super great. But we saw the Book of Mormon, and then I said to visit a spa. At the time you're watching this video, I would have done this, but because I'll edit this video before I go, I won't be able to say if I've done it or not. But that is the plan, because I am planning to go to a spa whilst I'm on vacation. So that was lifestyle. Then I said for section 3, for part 3, it was travel. So I had to finalize the girls trip that we have next month, and we did do that at the beginning of January. And then I said to travel with my friend Caroline to this place, and as you're watching this, we are there right now. And again, I won't say until we come back. Then the 4th part is wellness. So I said to start therapy. I have started therapy and I absolutely love it. For me, every single week is different, and I'm learning a lot about myself, a lot of things that I didn't actually ever think about or even it was just never in my radar, but it's very therapeutic. Okay. Second one was to start my new workout program. I have done that. The third one was to visit the dentist for the filling. I did get my filling done. And then the final one was to start swimming lessons. I did do that. I'm very excited that I've started my swimming lessons, and you know, I'm very happy for me. There's so many skills that I want to learn in 2025. Swimming and also learning how to ride a bike. These are my 2 big ones, but also learning Japanese, which I've been doing anyway for a while now. So those were my January goals. If I go to February, oh, my best is calling, but I'm filming. I'll call her back. So for February, financial, again, same 4 sections. Financial, so I say to stick to a certain amount for travel, so a budget. We're traveling with the girls, so I have an amount in my mind. And then for paying taxes, I have said obviously I need to pay $250 to HMRC, so I'll pay that. And then I have said to pay my accountants, because to this day they still haven't sent me the bill, and maybe it's a good thing. Maybe I should just not poke the bear and just wait until like next month, and then so I can pay them like in February, because my January budget doesn't have any money left. And then I also say to save at least $250 towards my emergency. But I really need to get the hang on this, because how am I going to save £10,000 this year if January has just been a shit show? So anyway, those are the goals. And then the second one were a lifestyle. So I said to catch up with the gym girls. I think I've mentioned this before. I have different groups of friends, so the ones that I met at the gym, call them the gym girls, so they're coming over to mine, you know, so we can just catch up. It's been a while. I'm looking forward to that, and it's after Valentine's, so it will be a a lot of fun. Meet up with another friend of mine. So I've booked just a really, really nice restaurant. I'm excited about that. And then I say to go to the spa or to the theater. Definitely going to go to the spa. To the theater, we're still thinking about either booking Hamilton or Oliver in theater, and I'm very excited about that, but we haven't booked it at the time of filming this video, but that's on the cards. And then number 3 is travel. So me and my friend are doing a day trip to Milan. I can't wait. I'm very excited. This will be my 2nd day trip to Milan, but my 5th time visiting Milan. Absolutely love the city. And then also the girls trip that I'm talking about at the end of February, beginning of March, sometime in February. I have to check the dates, but yeah. And then for wellness, I only have 2 things right now, and this is I want to learn how to ride a bicycle, and I also have put on here like I want to lose half a kilo, because I feel like on my current journey I may have started to stagnate, and I know my wellness coach has now implemented new things for me. I mean, I'm focusing on building muscle, which means I'm eating more, which means I'm putting on a little bit more weight, but I still want to lose a kilo, if that makes sense. We'll see, but those are the goals that I have for the month of February of 2025. Very much excited for February because so many things are happening. I am super excited, you guys. Like, oh my gosh, I literally just have to quickly glance over my calendar. So this is a daily calendar, which I love for me. So let's pick that there. Apart from traveling and shopping with my friend, there isn't much left in January, but February we've got that day trip. Then what else have I got? Meeting up with the friends, meeting up with the girls, and then potentially going on to the theater on that day. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Pilates, we're doing Pilates as well, even though it's not part of my goals. It's kind of just like there. I think I'm doing, for one weekend I'm doing Pilates on Reformer Pilates on Saturday and Tower Pilates on Sunday, which is crazy, but I'm excited for that, and some traveling. But yeah, so that is the first part of the video. The next part is we are going to do books. Okay, we're doing books. All right, so in terms of books, I have my trusted mobile here because I have actually recorded in my notes app and also in my Notion the books that I would like to read in 2025. In fact, I have actually read a couple of books. I'm very pleased by this. I have read 4 books so far in 2025, and I think I will be able to read 1 more book before the month ends. So I'm thinking I will be ending like 5 books. But anyway, so for January, the first book I read is called Manifest by Roxy Nafuosi. This was on Audible and was recommended to me by my therapist. Oh my god, I loved it, absolutely loved it. The second one was the 4 Thoughts That Fuck You Up and How to Fix Them by Danielle Fryer. This was also on Audible. Also another really, really incredible book, highly recommend. The third book I read, which left me with a big chill, like thinking about it scared the crap out of me, Men Who Hate Women by Laura Bates. I have the hard copy, and then I ended up finishing it on Audible because like reading the words, let me say this, when I was in school I found that reading somebody else's notes didn't make it easy for me, but if I rewrote it myself, things stuck more. But then when it came to like books, as I am reading and running my finger across the pages, I felt like I was absorbing them. So this is why I decided to do both hard copy and Audible. So I started in the hard copy, but then the intensity of what I was reading and just knowing that there are men out there just the way they hate women to such an extreme is absolutely scary. So I decided, you know, let's switch to Audible, and hopefully I could switch off, you know, once I take my headphones out I can switch off. I did in some days, but there are days when I remember. But it was just a hard book for me, to be honest, but it was good information to know about, and even my brother and I discussed about this like quite in detail. So yeah, so that was the third book. The fourth book was The Co-Worker by Frida McFadden. This I listened to on Spotify and I literally was gobsmacked. It was very interesting, very, very interesting. And Yeah, I'm loving Frida McFadden a lot, and I'm trying to see how many other books I can read from this author, but I'm absolutely loving this author, her style of writing. I'm loving it for sure. So I have read those books, and then I think you've seen in a couple of my vlogs that I am reading Split Second. I am debating because currently I'm only on page 93, and this is quite a big book, and I love David Baldacci, is one of my favorite authors. So I'm wondering if I should take this with me on vacation, but I'm also thinking because I've got a number of Audible books that I need to listen to, maybe I do that, because I'm currently also listening to The Housemaid's Secret. So I feel like I should finish that one and then leave this at home, because the trip that I'm currently on, as you're watching this, I only have my backpack, so I don't have a lot of space. So I'm thinking I leave this one, and I've considered taking my Kindle, but I think I'm gonna leave these. But anyway, those are the books that I have read in January, and these are the books that I'm planning to read in February. So we're going to continue on and intend to finish the Split Second by David Baldacci. So this is one of the books I intend to finish. Then my sister and her boyfriend bought me my favorite author, B.A. Paris. They bought me Bring Me Back. I thought I'd read all of her books, but it turned out there was another one, so I intend to read this one in February as well. Then Colin Hoover, although with this Justin and Blake Lively thing, it doesn't matter, to be honest. I mean, it does matter, but I need to focus on what I can control. So this is the book Too Late that I intend to read also in February. I feel like I've got a color scheme going on here, like a bit of yellow and white going on here. But yeah, so these are the books that I intend to read, and then I do have a couple more on Audible that I'm intending to listen to as well. But like I said, the other one that I'm going to try and finish in January is what did I say, the Housemaid's Secret. I'm trying to finish that one. Let me see. Not started. Okay, so for the not started, I have The 7 Year Sleep and Picking Up the Pieces. These are the two books that I have on Audible yet that I haven't read, and I have the Housemaid's Secret in progress, The Body Keeps the Score, and The Girl Woman Other as other books that I'm intending to listen to as well. Okay, so that is on the book front, and now I am going to switch over to my laptop so that I can do my my budget, and I need to do screen record. So like I said previously, the template that I'm using right now is my budget template that I sell on my Etsy. So the link is also on the description bar below. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, so let me start the screen record now. Okay, so starting off with this template, the first part is my income. So for me personally, I've got my salary. I also try to record savings used because it is a form of income to me, but I also want to make sure I'm keeping track of what I have in my savings and how much I'm pulling from it. I don't pull all the time, but when I do, I would like to make a record of that. Then other income. So other income could be like when I help my mom out at a show, she does pay me. When I sell some stuff online or stuff like that. So that would be other income, or even interest that I earn from my banks. I consider that other income. Then the carryover income is the money that I'm left over in January that I always bring over to the new month, which is about 2,500, because that's how much my bills cost me the first 5 days of the month. So I try to bring in at least that much. So that is also included. So for February, I think I'll be working with a minimum of 6,800, and this includes the 2,500 ish I think I'll be bringing in February. So then the next part is total expenditures, and this part obviously is just, I like to have it at the top. I know other budget trackers have it at the bottom, and I have another template that has it at the bottom, but for this template I like to have it on top. So we'll skip over that for a second and we will just move to savings and investments. Savings and investment is first because I believe in the principle of pay yourself first. So this is how I pay myself, by sending some money to my emergency fund or other funds that I'm looking to save for. So for that, I am expecting to send at least $250. Then my investments is also another way I pay myself for now and also for the future. So Vanguard, that has my ISA and my SIP. LISA with Hargreaves Lansdowne, free trade, and then Plum. I don't budget anything because it rounds up my spending, so it tells me what I can afford to save. So for that, I'm expecting about £600. So in total, about $850 that I'm planning to send towards my savings and my investments. The next tab here is for debt. I do have 2 personal loans, so that is my Zopa, my creation loan, then obviously credit cards, and we'll talk about credit cards in the first transfer Tuesday for February. But I have 1 credit card that has a balance on it and I'm hoping to send £150. Normally I send £50. And then the other debt that I have is with the government. You know, I owe them taxes, so I agreed with them that I'll send at least £250 to the tax bill. Like I said, I'm planning to pay it off in March, but for now, January and February, I can only afford to give them this much. So for debt, I'm expecting to send $1,750. And if I just take a moment to pause here, back in 2022 and into 2023, 1,700, about £2,000 was what I had as disposable income. It's crazy to me because then I was like, oh, I want to renovate my home. It was an easy decision when you have got like 2,500 ish to play with. So for me, I was just like, okay, yeah, this was after I had done like my minimum investing and what have you. So I was like, yeah, okay, we can do this. And I missed this. I want to get back to a point where I have paid these debts and I can have this back in my budget. That is what we're working to. And once I finish year 5, God willing, and into year 6, this is what I'm envisioning to have back into my budget. Just something I wanted to say here. But yeah, so that is for debt. If I go to my fixed expenses, so fixed expenses are your like fixed bills that you know how much it is every single month. So for me, that is like my home expenses, you know, my mortgage, life insurance, all of that good jazz. So that's over 2,000. These are the bills that come out first 5 days of the month. So yep. Then my subscriptions, I do have a number of subscriptions, so about £123 a month. Then lifestyle, I'm spending on me, so for gym, for therapy, my wellness coach, about between £450 to £500 a month on me because I know my health is important. So for my fixed expenses, I am expecting to send just under 2,800. Then for my variable expenses, so this is something that changes every single month. So for home, I am putting like groceries, my restaurants and all of that. I'm budgeting about $350. Giving, I'm budgeting $150. Personal spending, so like doing my nails, my hair and travel, I'm expecting $650. I'm budgeting $500 because I've got a big trip in February, but normally this wouldn't be this high. Miscellaneous, we had £30 left in the budget, so it went there, which you should always have a miscellaneous budget item in your budget. And then transportation, so my fuel, parking, when I use public transport, I'm expecting to spend at least £200. So that is the video, you guys. Like literally, that's the video. And my camera, so my camera decided to embarrass me and die before I could close out the video. But this is the monthly reset video, you guys, for February 2025. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video real soon.